Welcome back to the Strike Zone. UFC 312 just wrapped up, and it was a night filled with dominant performances, brutal knockouts, and championship legacies being solidified. From Dricus Du Plessis dismantling Strickland to Zhang Weili proving once again why she's one of the best, we've got all the action covered. Let's dive in. Dricus Du Plessis left no doubt about his middleweight reign, dominating Strickland over 5 rounds. The defining moment came in round 4 when a brutal right hand shattered Strickland's nose, leaving him bloodied and on the back foot. Despite his toughness, Strickland couldn't handle Du Plessis' pressure. Post-fight, Du Plessis declared himself a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter and hinted at a showdown with Khamzat Chimaev next. Strickland, never one to hold back, admitted,
"Broke my nose in front of millions of people. Fucking sucks, lost a fight. And I still gotta wake up tomorrow, hold my head up, and be like, hey man, it's a new day. Gotta sack up and be a man." So,
rivalry settled. Du Plessis is here to stay. In the co-main event, Zhang Weili put on an absolute masterclass to retain her strawweight title, defeating Tatiana Suarez via unanimous decision. Many thought Suarez's wrestling would be the difference, but Zhang flipped the script, stuffing takedowns and even landing her own. On the feet, it was never close. Zhang battered Suarez with clean striking. The dominant win leaves Zhang with a big question. What's next? Dana White hinted at a potential super fight against Valentina Shevchenko, which would be an incredible test for Zhang as she looks to become a 2-division champion. Tallison Teixeira announced himself to the UFC world in a big way, stopping Justin Tafa in just 35 seconds. A clinch exchange turned deadly when Teixeira landed a vicious elbow, sending Tafa crashing to the mat. With this win, Teixeira moves to 8-0, keeping his perfect record intact and proving he's a legitimate force in the heavyweight division. Who's next for this monster? Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato turned into a gritty battle that ended in a majority draw. Crute dominated round 1, nearly finishing Bellato with a knockdown and brutal ground and pound. But Bellato showed resilience, bouncing back in the later rounds with heavy striking and leg kicks that slowed Crute down. A draw wasn't what Crute wanted, especially in his big comeback fight, but he still proved he belongs. Will we see a rematch? Jake Matthews put on a striking clinic against Francisco Prado, winning a unanimous decision. Matthews' technical boxing, speed, and footwork were too much for Prado, who struggled to land anything significant. This marks the first time since 2020 that Matthews has secured back-to-back wins, and he'll be looking for a ranked opponent next. UFC 312 may be over, but the road ahead is just as exciting. With champions solidifying their reigns and new contenders emerging, the matchups that come next could shape the future of multiple divisions. Here's what we might see in the near future. Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. Tallison Teixeira's rise in the heavyweight division. Who's next? We'll be keeping an eye on all the fallout from this event. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a breakdown, prediction, or fight analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to The Strike Zone, where the heart of MMA beats strong. We'll see you in the next one.